create your account, go to your My Alibaba, and then in the tax information screen, you can actually go down to here and select the plus add or modify tax exemption. So let's select that. And this is step one, and it's just accepting the terms and conditions. Make sure you read through this just so you fully understand what is going to be applicable to you or not, and that you fully understand the terms and conditions that you're about to approve. So we're going to begin the start your application process by selecting that. Now in the United States, you're going to select your state that you currently live in which your business is in. With e-commerce, yes, you are selling in all different states, especially if you're using Amazon, FBA, and their fulfillment centers, but this is really only applicable to your home state where you're conducting your business operation. So for me, let's just say we're doing it in Texas, and we'll scroll down to the bottom and select continue. Now here's a very important step, which is step number 2, which Alibaba is asking for your exemption type. So this does not apply to just everyone. You have to have a reason why you're requesting to be tax exempt. The two most popular are resale, which means that you're reselling the product that you're ultimately purchasing from your Alibaba supplier. This is very common if you're conducting a private label business model and reselling those products on Amazon. This is more than likely the one that you're going to be selecting. The second most popular is this industrial production manufacturing. So let's say I'm ordering a bunch of different car parts on Alibaba from a supplier, and I'm ultimately going to use those car parts to build a car. I do not have to pay sales tax because I'm using those parts to go into a final larger product. So for us, we'll click resale. I'm just going to resell all these products that I'm using this exemption for. All right, number 3 is a lot of information about your business, where it's located, and the industry that it's in. So you want to go ahead and type in your organization name. For me, I'm going to enter in all of my information about my business in here. After you've added all of your information in there, make sure you go ahead down below, select continue, and this will bring us to step number 4, which is the questionnaire. Now for question 4, this is a questionnaire to actually populate an exemption form for your state or your resale tax certificate in this case. Now this is only for Texas is what we're looking at for here. So if you're actually applying for your exemption in another state, it's going to look slightly different, but you're just going to do your best to fill out this questionnaire and to be as honest as possible about your business practice. So for Texas, it's asking me, I'm engaged as a registered wholesaler, retailer, manufacturer, or other. I'm actually a registered wholesaler, so I'll select that. And then it's going to ask you what type of property will you be purchasing with your sales and using your tax exemption. If you're selling a bunch of different products, you may want to add in a lot of different products in here, all the ones that are applicable to your business. Or if you're just specialized in one certain product and one brand, you can go ahead and put that information in here. For me, I'm just putting an Amazon category in here, which is home and kitchen products for this test account. Let's just say that I'm focusing my business on selling multiple products within the home and kitchen category. Last one is, do you have a Texas registration number? If you do, go ahead and select yes, and then it's going to ask you which type. This could either be your Texas state registration number, or you can use your federal employer identification number, which is probably the one that is the most common if you have a legal business entity set up. So go ahead and put in your number there. And once you've added your registration number or your EIN, you can go ahead and select continue. And this brings us to our review screen, which is really just looking over all of the information that we have set here. So make sure you give that a thorough review just to make sure that you have everything that is correct and is applicable to your business. The last thing you want to do is to make a mistake and this ends up getting rejected. Go down to the bottom here and select continue. And then it's going to ask you to sign. So use your mouse and create an awful signature like I did. Select continue. And lastly, you can go ahead and you can actually download the form that we just created using Alibaba's process here. So all this does, depending on your state, it just takes all that information from the questionnaire, your organization information, and the exemption type, and then just puts that into the state's exemption or resale certificate, whatever it is that you're requesting to be exempt from. So as you can see here for Texas, this just ended up putting all of my personal information that we put in that process into this form, and that would be submitted to the state of Texas. Once you're happy with that, click Activate Certificates, and then it's going to tell you if you've succeeded or if it's been rejected already. We can go ahead, go back to the home page, and then you can click Expand where it says Your Applications, and you can actually see the status for our resale certificate for the state of Texas. All right, so at this point, it's just a waiting game until your exemption status goes from pending to received into active.